Oklahoma. City land of the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Today's game finds the Nuggets winding down their road trip.
And it's the second game of a back-to-back, and given how they've struggled lately, we could see them look to the bench for fresh legs and an injection of energy. They'll need it.
No question about it. I mean, these are the situations where the value of having a deep bench really becomes apparent. And those reserves pick up some of the slack and give the starters a break. That really could prove to be the difference in the game.
Van Vliet looking around. Lays it up off the glass. Clark, plenty of speed and explosiveness on display tonight. When you widen your lens a little bit, how do you think athleticism in this league has changed throughout the years?
Well, it has grown exponentially, Kevin. When you think about the advanced training methods, the knowledge around nutrition and rest and strength training, so beneficial to the athleticism that we see in the league. As a matter of fact, I question whether or not I would be able to play in this day and age based on the athleticism I had back in the 80s. I would have to really embrace that fitness and strength training to another level to play today.
Oh, I think you would have played in any era and been just fine.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm not so sure, though. These guys get after it. They're bigger, faster, and stronger than any players of any era to date. Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Here's Cousins over Bogut. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. You know, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Thunder with the ball. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Cousins inside. Over Bogut. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. Put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Here is Cook. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Cousins. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
And the rejection by Collins. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Cousins lives at the line. Just applies tremendous pressure on the defense.
And Cousins drops them both. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Denver. Trailing by 2. To the middle. The kick outside to Butler. No good on the 3. From deep. That one no good. And it's Denver the other way. Deflects the pass. Here's Cook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. It's tipped. And the rejection by Collins. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lynn looking it over. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Out to the right wing. Here's Cousins. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And that one goes long. The Thunder with the lead. .52 seconds left in the first. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Here's Cousins after Jeremy Lin's bucket. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 16.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Lin's shot is off. And the Thunder with the possession here. From deep, Gay. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Lin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
Well, you don't want to leave guys unattended, not around a guy like Butler, who's pretty good at finding the open guy.
and they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Good on the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that. Possession. There, making the pass. Nice assist.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
And just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Looking for McGee. He gets it there. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the pro basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court, too.
The Thunder shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Really hasn't come together for them as a group in terms of free throw shooting, just around 70% on the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
The shot's good from McGee.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Luwawu. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And it's McGee with the jam.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And, you know, even when the defense is on him and Cousins is well guarded, he still gets it done. Excellent footwork, good hands and strength, and he stays focused when he's in the paint near the rim.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Stiluwalu. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Pertinis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And here is Cousins. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. McGee inside. 9 points in the game so far. And yes, it's good.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Butler in the corner. Outside, Lynn wants to get it to Butler and does. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Pippen lays it up and banks it in. Pippen's got the lead up to 3 now for Oklahoma City.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him. And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Pass to Cook. And he's way off from outside.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
That's tipped.
And, you know, at his size, Kaminsky should be blocking more shots. I'd like to see this effort every time.
They double him with Dan. Pass to Butler. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Back to Butler. From deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Butler's got the game tied up here for Denver.
You know, as a wing in this day and age, you've got to be able to spray home some from the 3-point line, and Butler has developed into a reliable threat.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City, and we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Nuggets. For the lead. And the rejection by Cousins.
When he puts everything he has into his defense, Cousins can be a force. Big, strong, and smart. Of course, he's going to block his share of shots when he's committed.
Gay up top. Lets the 3 fly. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Gay's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Thunder. And Love has it in the corner. 3-pointer. Butler. Cousins pulls it in. The Thunder leading by 3. Bridges, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Butler. Back to Love. There's Van Vliet. Down low. Collins, good. Collins has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And how many more possessions like that would they love to get down the stretch? A bunch of them, I bet.
And the rejection by Collins. Here's Butler. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
The Thunder with the lead. Gay scanning the floor. Pass to McGee. Outside jumper. Clock at 6. To the inside. Gay. Rebound by the Nuggets.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter, probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league, Enes Kanter. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. And I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
A different look for Denver. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Here's Pertinis. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Bogut. And stolen by Cousins.
Clever. Oh, I love that. Yes, indeedy.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Bertans. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Denver, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose. Denver needs to get off a shot. Pass to Bogut. With 1 on the clock. And Bogut slams it in.
Yeah, just a forceful finish there. Bogut has that natural power.
Outside Pippen. Now Cousins. And they double up Cousins. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
This is what every opponent dreads when they're facing Cousins. A game where he is playing with full emotion.
Out left to the wing. Here's Bridges. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Denver calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Bellinelli. Back to Lynn. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Bertanis. The shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Now here's Pippen. Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, and the long reach of Cousins really enables him to hammer home some skyscraping jam.
56 seconds left in the third. There's the double team with Pippen. And Jeremy Lin, a fan favorite in the league, partly due to that month of Linsanity when he burst on the scene.
We love underdogs, Kevin, all of us. Fans from across the world love an underdog, and that's part of what Lin was back in action after that tough knee injury that forced him to miss 2018. Looking for good things from Jeremy Lin.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Both free throws good from Lin.
And, you know, the former undrafted point guard just continues to impress. Lin is an exciting, unpredictable player on the court, but he brings value, too.
You know, watching Miles Bridges, he just brings so much energy to the team.
High motor guy, very aggressive. A bit of a tweener, which in a positionless world could be a good thing. Explosive, strong, athletic. I think his best basketball is ahead of him.
Pass to Lin. Puts it up from 12. Another shot. And it's good on the way up. Lin's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
And Lin heats up in a hurry now. He has devastating solo spurt ability when he gets rolling.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
That's exactly what they should do. I mean, you don't want to give the opponent another possession here. Make sure you get the last one.
Now here's Pippen. Some solid defense there from Lin. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Now Pippen to the inside. Here's Cousins. And he banks in the layup. Cousins has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Thunder. Inside. Here's Butler. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And so far, this has got that feel of a game that could be back and forth all the way.
Yeah, not a lot of separation in this one, Greg. Both teams looking for that one big run to grab momentum.
It's deflected.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Thunder with the possession here. Pass to Cook. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And the three ball is good.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Pass to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Banked in off the glass. Cousins has got 28.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Both good from the line that time. Thunder trailing by 3. And they double up Cousins. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Oklahoma City. Back to Cook. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And the rejection by Collins. 4 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Hudson can't hit.
Now, that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Here's Van Vliet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Van Vliet's got 4 points this quarter.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Both free throws good from McGee. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. It's Kaminsky, top of the key. To the middle. Stolen by McGee. Cuts off the pass. And the turnover again by Denver.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Lynn's running. From down in the low post, it goes. Lynn's got 20. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Denver in the lead. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Well, I don't think I can overstate the poise of Lynn. I mean, delivering when his team needs him to. Nice.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
Pippen with it. .157 left in the game. The shot's good from McGee.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
Thunder trailing by 4. Pass to Cousins from 12 feet out. Gay outside. To the paint. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Here's Cousins. The inside shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lynn.
Boy, Lynn is not only smooth, but he's crafty at getting contact. A physical player who really works to get himself to the line.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Here's Cook. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Nuggets.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. From deep. Oklahoma City gets it back. Here's Cook. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And talk about a terrific stroke. The defense was hoping that a three ball that deep wasn't going in.
Outside, Lynn. Outside, Butler. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. Yes!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Gay. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Lynn with the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
So we see Denver get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks.